It's not going to hold an edge like 3V or anything, but you do have to say that modern stainless steels that are heat treated and tempered properly, there's a lot of strength there. There's a lot of rust resistance there. And so don't discount what a good, properly heat treated stainless steel can do, and absolutely how tough it can be. I have one more test for today. This is going to be the Rajah 2 by Cold Steel. Over the years, this has been an absolutely incredible pocket kukri with its recurved blade, its thick, relatively thick stock with a great distal taper and flat grind. This thing is a powerhouse and can fit all in your pocket. And so I'm going to try this out on the Tree of Truth. I don't really recommend that you do this. I actually have two pairs of gloves on. One is level 4 cut resistant, and the other is impact resistant leather with impact plastic. And so if this thing breaks or folds, it's going to end up on your finger. All right. And so I'm wearing double layer protection. I have chopped with this thing in the past without gloves, but really what I want to see is this Rajah 2 stronger than the LTC kukri that snapped on me with the same test? And so I'm going to swing and go for a minute, but also I'm going to be very hesitant when I swing. I'm going to let it just go in. All right, I'm not going to bring it up so quickly because if something does break, I want to be able to kind of manage it. So I'm going to do this with a lot of caution in mind, but also we'll be able to see just absolutely how strong this lock is, this triad lock. So this thing is taking hair, and also it's cutting paper just fine. And so I'm going to set up on my 1 minute timer, and we'll get after it. All right, here we go for 1 minute. I tell you right now, I got 10 seconds left. Okay, there it is. With these gloves and just the shape of that little beak right there, it really was uncomfortable to the hand. Again, this isn't something that you just want to chop with. It can take it, but it's not ideal. And so it can take the abuse, but it's something that you want to use with extreme caution. So another thing too, if the chops looked a little bit weird, and then I'd hold for a second to kind of investigate what was going on. So we'll see how it is cutting paper. All right, so that is reliably cutting paper. I was kind of hoping it wouldn't do that. I'm going to continue chopping with it, and we'll see how long it goes for. Keep in mind, when I'm chopping with this does not have all the mass of a real machete or kukri. So although I really enjoy AUS 8, this is the AUS 8 version, it's just not receiving the same amount of abuse as, say, a full-size 1 pound to a 24-ounce kukri. So keep that in mind. And again, with these gloves on, that is very taxing to the hand. It's hard to get a grip on it. This is an amazing, wonderful grip, but my hands can't move all that much right now, and so it's difficult. All right, let's see where the edge is at. That's still cleanly slicing paper. Not as good as it was 30 seconds ago, but I'm going to try to continue. Again, my hand is hurting grabbing this thing with these gloves on, but this is one heck of a kukri that can fit in your pocket. All right, let's see where the edge is at. So it's not cutting paper as well, but it has a couple hiccups in it. Let's try. Wow, okay. That's a little iffy. I'm going to give it another 30 seconds. It's still cutting paper. It's not like it's shaving sharp anymore, but I don't want to give up on this thing so easily. So let's give it another 30 seconds. All right, let's see where it's at. Okay, thank goodness. The paper cutting edge is gone. Reliably paper cutting edge. So I'm gonna go ahead and take both pairs of these gloves off. Lock seems great. The blade is warm from all that chopping. Let's get the ceramics after it. Couple straps. Fresh piece of paper. As you can see, it's cutting paper just fine. But as you can see, this is a phenomenal knife. I mean, for what it is, it's absolutely amazing. And obviously, it doesn't weigh as much as a real machete or kukri. But I mean, in a survival situation and you had to have a folder, I think this is definitely would be top of my list. And also, I just think we should say that, I mean, this is a stainless steel. This is AUS 8. The corners are rounded, but with a lock, there is potential to have stress risers, and we had no failures. And so this just goes to say that I think people should give modern stainless steels more credit than a lot of people do. A lot of people are really down on, you know, say 4034, AUS 8. I don't really like 420, but I mean, you got to admit how Buck heat treats their stuff. 420 is just fine. It's going to sharpen well. It's going to be pretty tough. It's not going to hold an edge like 3V or anything, but you do have to say that modern stainless steels that are heat treated and tempered properly, there's a lot of strength there. There's a lot of rust resistance there. And so don't discount what a good, properly heat treated stainless steel can do, and absolutely how tough it can be. So watching, and have a wonderful day.